Hi, welcome to Let's Talk About Death. I'm Tammy Beilstein.
And I'm Sarah Lunsford.
And
we're
just
still
here. Yeah, still here. We'll be here for a while.
We may take a nap soon.
Yeah. Oh, I see comfortable places for a nap.
Conference, yes.
So, the last video we talked about cremation
Yes.
a bit, and we just barely touched on the prices.
Yeah,
and
prices.
How the
It
cremation
can
is
vary.
much more affordable than a burial.
Yes.
And so many times, especially on Facebook, I see people posting that they are raising money because someone died maybe unexpectedly, or the family's having financial troubles, and they need to raise money to help pay for a funeral or a cremation.
Because it can be, I mean, it's usually thousands of dollars. They do have, there's something called indigent burial, and that's when, typically, when someone has no relatives.
Right.
And they are poor. They're, they have no money. And so usually counties and local governments pay for a very basic burial cremation for those people.
Right.
And, but
when I was younger, I was just thinking about this. We were talking. So when I grew up, we were in a bigger city, and there were many mortuaries to choose from. And they, I don't know if this happens everywhere, if it's just where I was from, but each mortuary would take like a month, and it would be their month to do the indigent burials, and then the next mortuary did it the next month, so on. But because we're in such a small county here,
it's just this.
Yeah, so they get everything. They're different. Very different. And what will happen also is there will be people who actually, if someone wants, if someone, it looks like is going to need an indigent burial, what we used to do even is get on the phone, and there would be people who search to make sure that there are no relatives.
They look for relatives.
Yeah, who can afford to pay for that.
So you may get a phone call one day too.
Yeah, that can happen.
And it can happen, and it's expensive. And a lot of people have looked at various sort of modern ways to raise money. I mean, sometimes what used to happen is families would actually all pitch in.
Right.
And they would, give a little bit of money or provide the food, or, or churches, organizations would do that. But now in our sort of our postmodern era, our computers are where we live, and this is where a lot of people have funding accounts. They do the GoFundMe accounts, and post on Facebook and their friends and family $25, $30 donations, and next thing you know, they can afford a funeral.
And there are still people who do things like car wash, or selling cookies outside of the grocery store, or things like that, ways to help pay for the services.
And some life insurance. If you have life insurance, some of the life insurance have riders that actually just pay for the burials.
There are pre-need accounts that people can set up ahead of time, where you would go to the mortuary and basically pick out, maybe not the exact casket that you want. I mean, you probably could if you knew that you were ill and your death would be happening at sometime soon, but a price range for that casket, and the services that you would be paying for, and set all of that up ahead of time. But we used to have bank accounts. People would literally come in and set up a bank account with the mortuary, and I understand they don't do that anymore.
They don't do that anymore.
So you want to think ahead of something like that. Look into getting the insurance, saving up some money, involving the rest of your family, using Facebook and means like that to get the word out.
To raise money. Because it is, I mean, even for a basic, it can be upwards of, $4,000?
Right. And that would vary also. I mean, if you're in
depending on
a big
where you
city,
are, it may be more.
I'm sure it costs a lot more.
Yeah.
So something to think about and to plan ahead. It's kind of weird because you sort of think, oh, I don't know if I'd ever need that. We're all going to die. I'm going to die.
But it's kind of like, it's kind of boring money. It's like buying an appliance. Right?
Well,
you don't really
get more boring than that.
It would be, because you don't really get the benefit from it.
Yeah. No.
So you save the money, and I mean, it serves its purpose, but you don't actually get to go to the party.
It's not like you pick out your casket and take selfies,
That's true.
That I just bought.
That's true.
Like, work it.
Of course we could.
Yeah.
We could start a new trend. The casket selfie. Right? We could do that. Yeah.
Which one should I get? This
What
one,
color?
This
what
one.
color
Yeah.
should the inside be? Yeah. That's only if you're doing viewing though, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We would totally do that too. We're so dorky that way.
We would actually.
But that'd be like the only way to really enjoy it.
before,
Before you use
before
it.
you use it, exactly.
Because you're right. It's just like almost giving money away, and you don't even see what you get for it. Yeah. Wow. Never thought of it like that.
Yeah, it's
good
boring
point.
money. Boring money.
Boring.
But very responsible.
It is. Responsible is a little boring.
It's a little
but it's a good thing.
It's a good thing. It's a positive thing. Yes, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Anyway,
So,
anyway.
So
And besides picking your caskets, again, the urns
Yeah,
on the
the
wall
urns,
behind
yeah,
us.
yeah.
There's something else that you would want to pick something out that you like. You have the choice between a large one that would fit all of the ashes
Yes.
in one, or the small little ones. I don't know if you can see them in the shop behind us, but there are some about this big. My friend Karen did that with her mom, and it was
memorial
beautiful.
urns. Yeah.
I think that we bought 6 of them.
Okay.
And I helped her with the ashes, and we put them in all of the different urns. And so each of the siblings and the grandchildren, everybody got their own to do with what they wanted to keep or to scatter or whatever. But it's such a neat idea.
It's a great idea.
I love
really
that.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So-
Awesome.
Yeah. And we talked about cremains and what you can do with them in a prior episode. So make sure you look for that. We were in the cemetery that time.
Yeah.
And make sure you look for that. Tammy talked about how you could have paperweights and glass hearts and diamonds, all sorts of things made from the
And the ones that can go in the ocean, we put on a reef. And the ones that are put to music and put in fireworks.
Yeah. So there's a lot of
So
things you
many
can
things.
do.
Super interesting. Look that up sometime.
Yes.
What the things you can do with cremains.
Cremains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half the time I'm like, who thinks of that stuff?
You do.
I do. I like that stuff.
Tammy does. Yeah.
So cool.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us.
And we'll see you again soon. Bye.